Guys, I have a dilemma. I watched Logan a couple days ago, and I'm struggling. This very well may be the best superhero film that I've ever seen. Like, I'm honestly conflicted. What about The Dark Knight? Or The Dark Knight Rises? Or Civil War? The Winter Soldier? Deadpool? X-Men Origins Wolverine? So this is going to contain no spoilers, so you don't have to worry about that. But just in case you haven't, like, come on, man. What are you doing with your life? So in my opinion, in order to create a great movie, you have to start off with a compelling plot. And from there, the execution determines how good the movie actually can be through things like cinematography and the scripts and the performances and the badly CGI'd claws. But when it comes to superhero movies, although we really enjoy them, the lack of depth in some of those aspects will make you refrain from placing those movies amongst your favourite movies of all time. Similar to the Dark Knight trilogy and maybe even Captain America Winter Soldier, Logan aims to create a great movie first, along with superhero elements secondary, as opposed to the other way around like in most movies that you've seen. So without further ado, I'm going to break down to you what I actually thought was so good about this film. The R rating. Alright, this movie's brutal. Don't go taking your 4-year-old sister to go and see this even though she likes Avengers and all this other shit. It's not like that, alright? And for the first time, we are able to finally see the Wolverine be himself without the 12A restriction. He not only decapitates people with his claws, but he also does it with his mouth as well. And that creates a movie that shows him to be as compelling as we've ever seen him. Not only that, but in a post-mutant age where Professor X, who is arguably the most powerful mutant ever, is currently in a very vulnerable and unstable state in which the positions between him and Logan have switched. And it's also quite entertaining seeing Professor X finally let some words loose after decades of him being so polite. In addition to this, Logan's interactions with Xavier is portrayed in such a sincere way when you consider that he's the only good thing that he has left inside this world. Now, some people have complained that this movie is way too slow for them, but in my opinion, this is a brilliantly subtle way to show just how aged these characters are. Previously in the X-Men movies, we're used to seeing them like zip around from place to place in like high intensity action all the time with no downtime. But in this world, they're old and they're sick and they just can't recover as quickly as they used to. So when they're actually forced to fight in this movie, the downtime afterwards just adds that sense of realism to it. And now my last point is the plot. After watching this movie, it may be easy to see it as predictable based on your like pre-existing knowledge about what Hugh Jackman may have said or the comics. But if you look at it from a strictly movie standpoint, it ties up the story better than a lot of movies I've actually ever seen. So to conclude, I still don't know if this is my favourite superhero movie of all time, strictly based on the fact that I don't believe the villain in this movie was as compelling as someone like the Joker or even Bane, Mr. Freeze, or even Deadpool from X-Men Origins. Well, I can't even say it with a straight. X-Men. One more thing I'm going to address is Laura or X-23. I think she perfectly resembled the rawness of what Wolverine was before he had any help. And this movie was in an attempt to kind of restart that in a way that she can actually be happy from that young, as opposed to going through the torment that he did when he was that age and for centuries after that. So I think she was perfect. I'm gonna end it there. If you guys did like this kind of review, let me know. If you didn't like it, just let me